Hi everyone, this is Omshri and this is my project Effin, Encrypted Federated Fraud Intelligence Network. So this project is for the CyborgDB hackathon. So what Effin is, it's basically a fintech security system that demonstrates how banks can detect cross-bank fraud in real time using encrypted vector search without ever sharing customer or transaction data that are private to the users. So in today's world, financial fraud is coordinated across multiple banks, but banks operate in silos, so they cannot share transaction data due to GDPR, PCI DSS, and if you see in case of India, Reserve Bank of India data localization laws are very private. As a result, fraud rings like card testing and mule networks often go undetected until it's too late. So my project Effin solves this exact problem. So in this, each bank processes its own transactions, converts them into behavioral embeddings, encrypts those embeddings locally, and stores them in a shared encrypted vector index powered by CyborgDB. So CyborgDB then performs encrypted in-use similarity search, meaning no plain text data, no shared customer information, and no central data exposure or exposed. Banks collaborated without trusting each other, and all sensitive data is encrypted. And not only the transaction embeddings but also audit logs and other similarity results are embedded. Decryption happens only inside the bank's memory, and even if the database is breached, nothing meaningful can be reconstructed. This makes the system compliance ready by design. Now let me show you the live dashboard. So this is the live dashboard. So if you just see, I am currently in the bank analyst view, and so I have simulated 3 banks here, bank 1, bank 2 and bank 3. So if I go for the bank 1, total number of transactions is 489, the fraud alerts of the transaction is 11, and fraud rate is 2.25%. and these are the transactions along with the date, time and everything for the bank 1. And if we go below, so these are the fraud alerts timeline. So this tells us the detailed manner, like what was the similarity distance between the transactions and everything. So this gives us a detailed analysis of what is going to happen and what is happening. And this is the encrypted fraud ring graph, and this is for network 1. So there are 1 and 2, 4 unique rings, etc., and total banks 2 in banks on network, cross bank links 1, and unique fraud rings of 4. And this is the matrix. So bank 2 is 11, and this is the ANN distribution graph actually. So if you go then, the distance, everything and the index all are noted. And if you go for the alerts, these are the alerts. So in this it states like fraud alert, which is the alert, which is the bank ID and which bank it is matched with, along with the transaction ID, matched transaction, similarity distance, and the fraud ring ID that has been generated. So totally 4 rings have been generated. So that's what being viewed here. So this is like this, all the transactions are there. Now if we go for bank 2, so there will be 2 similar transactions. So this have been shown here. And yeah, so this is the ANN distribution graph. So since there are only 2 transactions, only 2 indexes have been formed, and the 2 transactions have been listed along with the ring IDs and transaction IDs. And if we go for the bank 3, so bank 3 doesn't have much similar transactions, so it's currently 0, and no alerts yet it states, and no fraud rings detected due to that. So yeah, and now if I go for the regulator or auditor mode, so what it states is regulator or auditor view only read only metadata only, encrypted insights and no customer transaction identifiers exposed. So this is just for analysis purposes which is given, and since it doesn't involve viewing any personal transaction or even encrypted transaction that has been formed by the CyborgDB. So this is the demo. And this is my project, and thank you for watching this. And using encrypted vector search, banks can collaborate securely, regulators can audit safely, and customers remain fully protected. This is what privacy preserving fintech should look like. Thank you.